And now I am live on YouTube. What's good, people? Y'all know what time it is. It is that midweek check in with your host, two-time ATS hottest DJ, the God DJ Agony, also known as Dr. Dope. Well, my motto here is simple: own the building. Yo, big shouts out to they get that right. But big shouts out to everybody that jumped in to the quick 30 last weekend, well, last Wednesday, top 10 Christmas songs. And it's like one of those things where it was such a hard one to do because I could have made easily a list of the 10 that I forgot. The 10 that I forgot, man. I'm just saying it got away from me. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yo, big shouts out to everybody that came through for that. And also, all my people that's coming through the chat tonight who, came last week. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully y'all bring friends with you. Because I told you this week was gonna be a continuation of last week. Before we get into that though, big shouts out to everybody that had their hands involved in the toy giveaway with Saga Balls, Boss Lady Cat, last Sunday. That was a great event. If you were there, if you donated, if you were, if you were there to volunteer, pass out toys and non-perishables to the children and their families, yo, it's always a good time. This year time of the year is always a good time that, if you just got a little bit more, what I'm saying? Give it to those who don't have anything at all. You know what I'm saying? So, everybody that came out, and there's too many people to name, and then some of the people I didn't even know, but it was good to see them, good to meet, what I'm saying, good to meet new people when what I'm saying, y'all doing something like that together. It's like it was it was just a great event, period. You know what I'm saying? Um so yeah, and if there's something like that going on around in your area this week, definitely donate what you can, man. If it's a little money, or if you don't have money and like that, just donate your time. Go out there and just say, hey, I'll help pass out stuff. Because volunteers are needed for stuff like that. It's for a worthy cause. It's like I said, it's for those who just don't have it. You know what I'm saying? This is a very trying time of year for my people dealing with the loss of family members. And then like it's a financial burden this time of year too. It's like it's financially it gets crazy, and they like say, oh, but don't go broke doing this, that, and the third. It's not even about that. It's just right now we're dealing with times of inflation. Um, and it gets rough around the holidays. Financially, it gets rough. It's not just about buying a bunch of unnecessary things. This is just not financially a good time of the year. I mean, maybe some who have figured it out, and I salute you. However, I just don't know those people, and that's what it is. Big shouts out to Big Country 50s. They said he ain't James Jones no more. Goddamn. Big shouts out to Big Country 50 over there. Yo, we gonna have him back soon enough to really get into some of the meat and potatoes of just what is going on in the FGC. It is nuts out here. If you have not been following the FGC, particularly with Street Fighter 6, the second beta being out, then yeah, it's a lot to unpack. Pack of hot dogs, $10. Exactly. Like, and you still get the same 8 hot dogs in the pack, don't you? I'm sure you do. And they still the same hot dogs. They ain't not made out of gold or any kind of anything special. They just regular ass hot dogs. Hey, I remember being a kid when hot dogs was like the go-to. If you ain't have nothing else to eat, it's a pack of hot dogs in the freezer. You could always just take two out, put them in the microwave, wrap some bread around. You had ketchup and mustard. Hmm. And that right there would get you by. Nowadays, hot dogs $10. It is what it is. So jumping into tonight's list, last week we did top ten Christmas songs. This week, top 10 Christmas movies. Now, I only put movies on here and not like season episodes or whatever, like not like the Christmas episode of Martin and Christmas episode of Fresh Prince, just more so standalone movies. Otherwise, if we did TV shows, it would be a whole nother top 10 list, and yeah, it would be the quick 30 plus 30 if we went through all that. So I'm just doing my top 10 Christmas movies. Now, these are the movies that I find essential for the holiday season. Between now and Sunday, I will probably be have watched all of these movies on this list at least once. Looking at this list, I think I own just about everything on it. And if not, no, there is no if not. I own everything on this goddamn list. So please believe, yeah, I will between now and Sunday, and I say Sunday meaning Sunday night, and then with Christmas, I'm gonna be honest, it's Christmas until New Year's, or at least until the middle of the next week, leading into New Year's. So Christmas to me really doesn't end. If it's gonna be Sunday, it probably won't end till maybe like Tuesday or Wednesday, or in most cases when the tree comes down. When the tree comes down, that's kind of like your sign to say, yeah, it's over. It's over. Ain't no more Christmas left. We gotta wait next year, do it all over again. So these are my top 10 staples for this time of the year when I'm sitting around with my eggnog and I need something to watch. These are my movies. Let's jump into number 10. Number 10, Friday After Next. Now, it was one of those things that when Friday After Next came out, I didn't have a clue that it was going to be a Christmas movie. But it was, and it was a good one. I will say, a lot of people was like, "Well, it's not as good as the first one." It doesn't matter. It holds its own spot in the trilogy that we know as Friday. It holds its own spot. Um, to where I mean, they still have a problem, and that problem still has to be solved by the end of a Friday. So Craig and Day Day, if you don't know who Day Day is, he was introduced to us, and next Friday they gotta be security guards. They got jacked by Ghetto Santa, and one of the things I always find a hard time with that movie, Ice Cube, straight out of Compton, Ice Cube, Predator, Lethal Injection, America's Most Wanted, Ice Cube gets beat up by Ricky Smiley. I got a problem with that. I'm sorry. Look, I seen the movies. Ice Cube, I seen Boys in the Hood. You should have did Ricky Smiley. And then next thing you know, but it would have been a very short movie. The movie is classic, it's timeless, it got plenty of one-liners. So if you have not seen it, first of all, but if you have not seen next Friday, I mean Friday After Next, please tune in and watch that movie like right now. Like literally, like right now. Well, no, 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 not right now, because we still got another 23 minutes left of the quick 30. So after these 23 minutes are up, then you go watch next Friday. I mean Friday After Next. Like, go watch it. You know what I'm saying? Because you're cheating yourself if you have not seen that movie. Number nine. Number nine, we have to go way back to a classic from when I was young. Home Alone. Home Alone's timeless. I mean, Kevin McAllister gets left behind. Robbers come rob the house. He protects the house by all costs. Very creative type stuff going on in this movie. Very classic movie. Funny one-liners, funny antics. We see Joe Pesci just and who's the other dude? Was that Christopher Lloyd? I want to say it was Christopher Lloyd. Uh, but anyway, whoever the other guy was, and drop it in the chat if I'm wrong. I want to say no, that's not Christopher Lloyd. Christopher Lloyd was Back to the Future. Okay, whoever the second guy was, please drop it in the chat. Let me know who he was. But also, him and Joe Pesci take an ass whooping trying to rob these folks' house. After a while, I would have quit and left. They still kept trying to get in his house, and he had more and more traps. Now, here's where I think sometimes, like just on the deviousness of it. What if he had ran out of traps and they made it in the house? Yeah, let's move along. Because ain't nothing gonna be good about that. Number eight, another classic from my childhood, Mickey's Christmas Carol. Now, the Christmas Carol story has been told many a times. Many a times. Can we discuss how Kevin's dad was mafia? God damn it. I'm gonna be honest. Kevin's dad was into something. We just don't know what it was. But yeah, he was definitely into something. Big shouts out to Hydroglyphic in the building. Robert Young said Home Alone is a classic. Home Alone is definitely a classic. But number eight, Mickey's Christmas Carol. Like I said, the Christmas Carol story has been told so many different times, so many different ways. This was just one of my favorites because it's the one I remember most as a kid. That it's like Mickey's working hard, and what I'm saying. I didn't realize though that while Mickey's up there working for this man during the day, they go to his house and they think that his wife got a stew over the fire. No, she's doing Mr. Scrooge's laundry. What the hell, man? Was, is he paying extra for that? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it at this point. Little Mickey's Christmas Carol, I own that one. I That was one I was just literally talking about earlier. I do not own that one on DVD. I think I own that on like VHS. And where am I gonna stick a VHS tape nowadays? Like I don't know. I don't know. PlayStation is just it don't go that far back. But yeah, but Scrooge gets visited by the three ghosts that night, and next thing you know, he wakes up a changed man. He run out in the street just throwing money bags at people. That would have been a good day to be outside, people, because Scrooge was out there throwing money bags. So big shouts out to Scrooge for having a change of heart. Thankfully, not dying and possibly going to hell with all that money that he got to leave here, and people are gonna spend it and have a good time with it. And yeah, let's be thankful that Scrooge came to his senses. Now, my biggest question has always been, how long did it last? Like by April, when it came tax time, did he go back to normal? See, gotta ask yourself these questions. Gotta ask yourself these questions, man. I'm serious, so serious. Number seven, a classic of all classics. And this could have been higher on the list. It's just once again, when I'm making a dope top 10 list, this list gets stacked. And it's hard to move them around. And I put these in order, but they're not necessarily in order of importance. Like I don't love number one more than I love number 10 per se. It's just that's just kind of the order that they fall in, y'all. Number seven, the original animated How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Yeah, that's it is goes without saying how dope this movie is on so many levels. I mean, the Grinch sits on a mountain up high and hates on the people in the valley down low. And said, you know what, damn it, I'm gonna stop Christmas. And then he went down there and pulled an overnight robbery of the ages. I mean, he stole everything in a night. He took the roast beast out these people. When you steal the food out of people's refrigerators, god damn, you's a cold piece of work there. You is cold. And in the end, he realized that, it wasn't about the gifts or the tangible items. Christmas was a spirit and it was in the heart. And he realized that he could not steal these people Christmas joy. He came back and brought all their stuff back. And I'm good with that. My biggest thing was though, you still committed a B&E. I'm surprised that when he got to the bottom of that hill, the police went down there taking statements, and then he pulls up, and they was like, "Oh, that's him right there. That's all our stuff." And then the Grinch go does a five piece for yeah, breaking and entering and possession of a lot of stolen goods. But nonetheless, Grinch didn't go to jail, and they even let him carve the roast beast, and him and the Who's sat around and kicked good shit. And I can only imagine what that conversation was like. It's like, what about 3 years later, they still spending Christmas together, and somebody nudged him to say, "Hey Grinch, you remember that Christmas you stole all our shit?" Yeah, I could only imagine how that conversation went. So number seven, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Number six is one of my favorites on this list. I love everything on this list, but number six is one of my favorites because number six can actually go to two different lists. Yeah, number six can go to two different lists, people. So with number six, can lend itself to Christmas and Halloween. Y'all should already know what this is. Number six is Gremlins. Yeah, Gremlins can be a Halloween movie because you got little scary monsters running all over the place. Also, it takes place at Christmas time. So therefore, it's a Christmas movie. That's how it goes. My favorite scene in this movie, and the reason why this movie is in the is on the list. I got the real Jay Scott in the building. What up, Jay Scott? Yo, hey, if y'all want cakes for holidays, I don't know what to tell you. I think this man done sold out, y'all. But there'll be other days. There'll be other holidays. Y'all want to mess with him? Corey's Heavenly Cakes. Definitely get at him. I said, why you keep bringing up old stuff? Hey, man, look, you steal somebody. You try to steal somebody's whole Christmas. Hell yeah, they gonna keep bringing it up. That's just how it goes. So with Gremlins, one of my favorite scenes in this movie is when the Gremlins go to the bar and get drunk and have a bomb ass Christmas party. Besides for them being little green monsters, I would have loved to have been at that party. Well, except for the one gremlin that got shot at the poker table because they called him cheating. I don't want to be him. But other than that, though, I would have loved to have been at this Christmas party. This was the bombest, ignorantest Christmas party I ever seen. And can't nobody party like the Gremlins. I would have been there for that, bar none. So definitely, number six, a dual movie, Halloween and Christmas movie, The Gremlins. Checking in at number five. This movie here. This is definitely Christmas for the alcoholics right here. This movie is meant to be drunk. The main character spends about 99% of the movie drunk. It is just one of those drunken guilty pleasures when it comes to Christmas time. Number five is Bad Santa. If you have not seen this movie, be prepared for the three basic food groups of a good movie: profanity, sex, violence. They're all there with an all-star cast. I mean, Billy Bob Thornton, Tony Cox, Bernie Mac, R.I.P., John Ritter, R.I.P. Like you got an all-star comedic cast in this movie. So you gotta think if Bernie Mac's in it, there's profanity. You gotta love this movie. Like you got to. Oh yes, the boxing scene. The boxing scene with all three of them laid out after they done nut checked them. Said, "Ghetto gold, ghetto gold, Jones." Yes, indeed. So if you have not seen, and I will go far as to say this: do not watch the regular Bad Santa. I remember the first time I saw it, I saw the unrated Badder Santa version first. Do not cheat yourselves and try to go back and watch the regular Bad Santa. It's not even worth your time. Watch Bad Earth Santa. If you go try to buy it, instead of being in a white case, it's gonna be in a red case. Get the red case. Yes, definitely. Bad Earth Santa. Watch Bad Earth Santa. But definitely Bad Santa is definitely a high priority on my Christmas watching list. Boom. And we're at the halfway point, people. We just hit number five at the halfway point. And so from here on up, it's just like it's gonna get real tight, and y'all gonna be like, "Yo, what about that?" Look, damn it, if it didn't make the list, not my problem. This list just gets tight. It's hard to find just 10 Christmas movies. Number four, wasn't necessarily a Christmas movie, but at the same time, yes, it was because guess what time of the year it took place? Christmas time. Therefore, it's a goddamn Christmas movie. Number four is Trading Places. Eddie Murphy, Dan Aykroyd, Duke Brothers, Trading Places. Dan Aykroyd got, and him and he's a Wall Street stockbroker. Eddie Murphy is a homeless con artist. They end up getting swap places where Eddie Murphy's now a Wall Street broker, and Dan Aykroyd is now living on the streets. He's a bum or whatever. And Jamie Lee Curtis, my goodness, y'all, Jamie Lee Curtis, yeah, she was looking good in that one, looking pretty good. So, needless to say, the movie is crazy. It is hilarious. It is good classic 80s comedy, which means there's also sex, profanity, not much violence. Not much violence. Nothing over the top. We save that for a movie later on in the list. But yes, Trading Places has everything you're looking for. A young Eddie Murphy in his like early 20s really carrying this all-star cast. And the movie is just funny. It is just drop down as funny. So if you have not seen Trading Places, once again, I'm going to look at you like this. Then I'm going to implore you, go watch Trading Places right now. Like right now. Hurry up. So number four, Trading Places. Number three. Number three had to go on this list just because I mean, as a kid, I memorized this movie. Like literally, I knew it line for line. It's even now I still know this movie damn near line for line. It was one of my favorite Christmas movies as a kid. I watched it all the time, all the time. One of my favorite characters of all time. Favorite cartoon characters, favorite movie. Number three is a Charlie Brown Christmas. Now with a Charlie Brown Christmas, Charlie Brown was just trying to do his best to keep the Christmas spirit alive. And at every turn, it was being altered, or somebody was just trying to fuck with his Christmas spirit. And Charlie Brown was trying. He was trying. But he was trying to fight against the commercialization of Christmas. But Charlie Brown, you live in a capitalist society. You cannot fight commercialization. You just can't. And I hate it for my boy because he was trying. And the final straw was he put the ball on his tree and his tree fell over because he didn't buy one of these big expensive trees. He brought a real tree with real pine needles, and it had to be the poet's homeliest tree you could find. But god damn it, that was Charlie Brown's tree, and he loved that tree. And that's just what it is, man. But my boy really was just trying to preserve the Christmas spirit. And big shouts out to Charlie Brown for trying to keep it live, trying to direct the school, what was it, the school Christmas play. I couldn't get everybody on one accord to save shit. And it's like one of those like things like, yo, did the Christmas play ever happen? Because that rehearsal was going on all day, all day, all day, all day. Nothing ever got put together. Linus goes out there and delivers one of the greatest monologues in Christmas movie history. But was there anybody in the crowd? Like, we never saw anybody. So I had to ask, did the Christmas play ever happen? We don't know. We have no idea. But nonetheless, big shouts out to Charlie Brown and Charlie Brown Christmas at number three. Number two is one of the most debated. Man, who you telling, Jones? Charlie Brown gets no love. If you don't believe me, watch A Boy Named Charlie Brown. If you have not seen that movie, definitely go watch it by Charlie Brown and the spelling bee. And yeah, he gets no love. He gets no love, man. It sucks. Like I feel bad for my boy Chuck, man. Big shouts out to my LF in the building. What's happening with you, LF? Yo, Charlie Brown Christmas is one of my favorites. It is definitely high on the list. Like I said, it only came number three beyond two and one on my list. And like I said, as a kid, my parents had to hide the tape. I had it memorized. And my people got tired of me sitting there watching it and quoting it line for line. It was almost like I didn't even need the tape. But yeah, big shouts out to my LF in the building. What's happening with your shouter? The number two is one of the most debated Christmas movies. Like, is this a Christmas movie? Is it not a Christmas movie? Well, it took place around the Christmas time of the year. Therefore, it's a Christmas movie. Number two, Die Hard. That's right. Even though we are blowing up shit and we got the Yakatomi Towers up in the uprest right now. It took place at Christmas. He was coming home for Christmas. Then he was gonna bring some gifts to his daughter and see his baby mama. And god dang, terrorists took over the Yakatomi Towers. And well, hell, yes, sir. Hieroglyphic. This guy gets it. Hieroglyphic gets it. I gotta figure out who the hell that is. But nonetheless, he gets it. Or she. Like I don't even know who that is, y'all. No job. But however, they get it. Die hard, man. And John McClane gives one of the greatest Christmas lines ever. Yippee ki yay, motherfucker! Yes. So I mean, it's one of those type things like, yo, we gotta give homage. We gotta pay homage to Die Hard. Gotta pay homage to Die Hard. There's no way around it. There's absolutely no way around it. So now that I'm at number two, I'm gonna do a recap, honorable mention. Then I'm gonna give you number one. So to recap these, number 10, Friday After Next, Top Flight Security of the motherfucking world, Craig. Number 9, Home Alone, Kevin McAllister, felony charges. That's a lot of assault going on. Number 8, Mickey's Christmas Carol. That's right, he did his books and he did the man's laundry. Glad Scrooge had that 180. Glad he got that 180. Number 7, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. 5 years breaking and entering. We ain't forgot you stole our shit last night just because you brought it back. Number Let's see, that was number 7. Number 6, Gremlins, Halloween list and Christmas list. Right there, together. Gremlins get drunk and they fuck up a bar, and then after that, they get drunk again and hang out in the movie theater and watch Snow White. Classic, classic, classic shit, man. I promise you. And if anybody gives you a Mogwai for Christmas, politely give it back. Yeah, don't do that. Number 5, Bad Santa, drunken good time. Get drunk and get with your favorite peoples and watch Bad Santa. Look, gratuitous sex, violence, and profanity. Perfect movie. Okay, maybe not gratuitous sex, but there's a lot of cussing in that movie. Number four, Trading Places. I'm saying Billy Ray Valentine, Winthrop, switch places, and then it's around Christmas time, and now they got to switch places again at the end. It's great, man. I'm telling you, watch Trading Places, Christmas movie. I don't care what y'all say. That is a Christmas movie. Number three, Charlie Brown Christmas, classic, classic, classic movie. Can't say enough great about it. Number two, Die Hard, Yippee Ki Yay, motherfucker. Yeah, good shit, good shit. Now, my honorable mention actually is two. One of them's kind of like, is this a Christmas movie? It's a holiday movie. We'll call this one a holiday movie, and that's Adam Sandler in Eight Crazy Nights. Now Adam Sandler is Jewish, and so the movie's really more so based on Hanukkah. But like I said, that's a holiday movie, and it was pretty good. It was a good movie. You know what I'm saying? He finally got his stuff together at the end of that movie. It's an animated movie, but it's pretty ignorant. If you've never seen it, go ahead and tune in and watch that one. Eight Crazy Nights. And my other one is the Flintstones Christmas. Santa climbs on Fred's roof, slips, falls, hurts his ankle, and Fred and Barney have to finish off Santa's route. But first, they run out of toys. They got to go back to the North Pole, get more toys made, and then they get to finish off Santa's route. And they almost forgot their own families, delivering toys all over the world. But then, Santa pulled a little Christmas miracle. Boom. Fred and Barney get toys. Classic, classic stuff, y'all. So, yo, Flintstones Christmas. If you have not seen it, definitely tune in and watch that one. And now, the number one of my top 10 Christmas movies. And I'm sure if anybody watched this whole episode, I'm sure y'all have noticed y'all didn't hear about one because it's number one. I'm sure you know what it is by now. Process of Elimination, right? Yes, no? Yes, no? It's the same movie that back in the day, TNT used to do a 24-hour marathon starting the night of Christmas Eve, and that movie would run. Literally, it would go off and come back on, and it would run all day, all night, Christmas Eve, all the way up until all day during Christmas. Christmas Story. Yes, Ralphie, his Red Ranger, red BB gun that he wanted so bad. See, he tried to ask Santa Claus for it. Santa Claus kicked him in the face and told him to shoot your eye out. Ralphie gets caught cussing. He had to eat a bar of soap, man. It was just like, yo, this is crazy. His dad get the leg lamp. That's right, the most classic line of the movie. You'll shoot your eye out. Because, I mean, you don't trust little kids with BB guns. They gonna shoot their eye out. That's what's gonna happen. And then what's ended up happening? He gets the BB gun. He gets the BB gun, shoots the icicle, and it hits him in the eye. He literally almost shot his eye out. No, wait a minute. It wasn't the icicle. That's what he blamed it on. It was the kickback from the damn BB gun. Almost knocked his eye out. Oh, they doing the marathon this weekend? Oh, know where I'll be. Yeah, know where I'll be. I'll be watching the Christmas Story, drinking spiked eggnog. Yeah, that's gonna happen. That's definitely gonna happen. But yes, that is the quick 30 list. Number one being A Christmas Story, Ralphie. I mean, it was so many classic parts in that movie. Yo, everybody in the chat, drop me your your classic moment or your classic line from A Christmas Story. Go ahead and drop it in the chat right now before we get off air. But like, I mean, with his little brother in the snowsuit and his arms are stuck and he can't put his arms down, and then they pushed him over in the snow and he couldn't get up. Like, Ralphie, I can't get out. Help me, I can't get out. Between that, um, what was the other one? The dude sticking his tongue on a pole because he heard that it'll freeze. Then he found out that it would. Then they had to call the fire department. God damn it. Batman Returns. I think it counts. You know what, hieroglyphic? Why not? If it takes place around Christmas, we count that as a Christmas movie. I'll allow it. Batman Returns, people. Definitely an honorable mention. But yeah, like I mean, the Christmas story is just full of classic one lines. Or what about when Ralphie exactly. Lick it. Yeah. He licked the pole and his tongue got stuck, man. No homo. But yeah, like that is crazy. And his face literally is stuck. They had to call the fire department out. One thing I will commend him on, but he did not do, he didn't snitch and tell about them daring him, or in that case, triple dog daring him to put his tongue on that pole to see if it'll stick. Like, yo, so Big shouts out to him for that, man. Hey, keep your mouth closed, man. Everybody ain't got to get in trouble just because you did some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, the sequel did come out. The sequel actually came out about a month ago. Um, yeah, it came out right before the Christmas season. So it's on HBO Max right now, y'all. Yeah, there's a sequel to the Christmas story. And from what I was told, I've not seen it yet, but from what I was told, as many of the original characters as they could get to come back, they did. So there's a lot of original characters on there. So if nothing else, people watch it for the nostalgia, the fan service alone. Um, it looks like a good time waiting to happen. Yep, Hieroglyphic. There is a sequel. It's on HBO right now. Like I said, it's only about a month old, and it's just one of those things where it kind of fell in my lap too. I didn't know it was coming out until, like I said, maybe about 3 weeks ago, and I was like, "Yo, I've got to be a part of this. I got to be in on this. This has got to happen." Um, so yeah, definitely tune into that. What about when Ralphie gets pissed off and finally fights the bully? And then whooped his ass and cussed him out. And they was like, "Oh my God, Ralphie's beating him up." But do you hear what he's saying? And all Ralphie is, but this was, probably real cuss words coming out at that point. Yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Oh, what about the leg lamp? His dad loved that leg lamp. Mama couldn't stand it. Mama wanted to figure out a way to get rid of that lamp as much as possible. So she accidentally knocks it over. Like, oh my God, I can't believe I knocked over the leg lamp. And dad was all the way upset. Dad went out there, buried it, probably played taps for it that night. Cause just, RIP to the leg lamp, man. RIP to the leg lamp. Appreciate and big shouts out to everybody that came in and kicked good shit with me in the chat for this quick 30. Big shouts out to my IG people. What's up with y'all? What's happening? And there will probably not be a dope show this weekend. Probably not. If there's any change, I'll drop flyers. But me saying it is probably not now to me, it just probably won't happen. But that's all right though. That's all right because they will still be dope. Dope will still be coming. We are going into the year 2023, and this is further than I, what I'm saying, anticipated this going. But at the same time, I am very grateful, very thankful that you know we're here and we're going into another year together. Another year of being dope. Like I said, March will be year 2 of dope. So I appreciate everybody that came. I appreciate everybody that just keeps this machine running, keeps the support coming. Anybody that bought shirts, anybody that has dope shirts that they wear. I appreciate y'all. And y'all won't hear from me between now and Christmas, but everybody have a safe and have a fun holiday. Enjoy your peoples around you. Let's not dwell into who's not here, but more so, let's enjoy the ones that are still here. Have a good time with this thing that we call a holiday and this thing that we call life. And with that, imitation is a sincere form of flattery that mediocrity can pay to greatness. I am DJ Agony. I am here to stay dope. You do the same. Have a safe and happy holiday. Peace.